Today, I will be discussing the steps involved in the effective problem-solving process, and then I will take these steps and apply them to a scenario that I experienced in my own life. Step number 1 of the process is to assess the problem. This step is crucial because it lays the groundwork for the rest of the process. Step number 2 is to develop alternatives to the problem. This step is important because it develops a wide number of options that can be later filtered down and evaluated. Step number 3 is to go through each of the options and kind of weigh the pros and cons of each. This way, you will be able to analyze which solution is best for the scenario that you're currently in. The last step of the process is to go ahead and choose the best decision in light of the scenario, and then to go ahead and implement the change. Luckily, within organizations, you have teams at your disposal that can help solve complex problems. In using teams, it's important that the teams are used correctly and everything is organized so that you can develop effective solutions to your problems. The first step in using a team to solve problems would be to have each individual go ahead and independently evaluate the problem. Then each person could independently develop their own solutions to the problem. Once everyone has had ample time to kind of evaluate the scenario and think of possible alternatives, then everyone can get together and present the different solutions that they thought up. Once everyone has presented their solutions, then you can go ahead and, as a team, evaluate each of the alternatives. And doing this as a team allows you to adopt a number of perspectives and really find the best fit for the problem at hand. And then once everyone has had time to weigh the pros and cons involved with each of the alternatives, then you can, as a team, go ahead and unite behind one front and pick a solution that would be the best for the problem that you're currently facing. So one thing that is great about the problem-solving process is that it is very easy to apply to different problems that you may face in your work life. So one of the problems that I faced was during my summer job this previous year. And in that job, I'm in charge of ordering a number of items online and then shipping them to customers. In this job, it's very easy with the high volume of orders that I place to make mistakes that on the surface may appear minor, such as entering the wrong address, but then this can turn into a large loss for our company. During the assessment of the problem, I noticed where I had messed up along the line. Then I also discussed with my boss. And this step is really important because you have to disclose all of the problems that you might have caused and everything that you know from your position. This way you can really develop the most effective solution to the problem. In this case, I could have very easily just let it slide and hope that no one would have noticed, but this could have resulted in a large loss for our company. So after talking to my boss and disclosing the problem that I made, I went ahead and developed some solutions on my own, and then my boss did the same. And we came together and we decided that we really only had two options. The first of which would be to go ahead and cancel the order. And this would seem like the most reasonable method of action. However, canceling the order requires us to call the company, and then this can take up to 30 minutes just to cancel one order. And then our second option would be to go ahead and just let it slide. And in this scenario, we decided that it would be best to go ahead and call and cancel the order. We called the company and made the change that we needed. In conclusion, I discussed the different steps involved in the problem-solving process. Step number 1 is to assess the problem. Step number 2 is to develop solutions. Step number 3 is to consider and evaluate each alternative. And step number 4 is to pick the best option and implement the change. I also took this problem-solving process and applied it to a scenario that I experienced in my personal life. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this was helpful, and have a great day.